at Flagstaff Sky Peaks for potentially the last dynamic press conference of the whole season. So it's not just going to be dynamic. Today it's going to be dynamite. Let's go get those athletes. They've already run away. We thought we had them all here. Right, where have they gone? Who are we starting with? We're going to start with Danny. We've spotted Danny there. So, Danny.
Hi.
We haven't chatted for a while.
We haven't.
But I still have good to see you. I still have a vision of you in my head,
Okay.
which is the ugliest sprint finish in human history. Do you want to show us that face?
Yeah, it's like that.
Go and watch it back if you haven't seen it. Now, you've done OCC.
Yes.
In fact, was that even my question? OCC, you came third.
Yes.
This race is potentially too short for you, but you're super fast on the down. So, where are you going to be, and how many are you going to catch on that downhill?
Oh man, I hope I'm in the top 10 mix and can work my way up towards the top 5, top 4 maybe.
Top 5,
It's a
top
long
4.
downhill.
It is a very long downhill. It plays perfectly into Danny's hands. Who else do we have here? We've got Roberto. So, Roberto,
Yeah.
I hear that you have the record for Kilimanjaro.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, not really a record, but yeah.
But
It's like a race there, not the record from the town to the top to the town. That's no.
So why not?
I didn't try it.
So you're going to go back for the...
I think so. Yeah, it was a nice place, was an experience. I think I will try that record.
And how would you compare the altitude of Pikes Peak, the altitude here, and the altitude of Kilimanjaro?
The feeling was quite the same.
Okay.
It's like 1,500 elevation,
Yeah.
like from one to the other tops. But yeah, the feeling was quite the same. But yeah, that maybe a little bit not so easy, but yeah, quite the same.
Cool. Right, we're moving on to Remy. Now, Remy. I found out this week you have chickens. I've seen Rocky. He trains by trying to catch a chicken. Can you catch your chickens?
I eat the chicken.
Wow. So not only can he catch them, he also eats them. So they've got extra motivation to run away. I also had an extra question for you, which is you're going to be at the top, leading out. Who do you fear most is going to potentially chase you down?
I hope nobody.
But if you had to name someone you're thinking, that's who I'm worried about, who's your biggest worry?
I think I am worried about nobody, but there will be some good pillar like Manu, like maybe Danny also. I don't know. We'll see.
He's worried about nobody. What a cool cat. So we're moving on to Manuel. Manuel, Strandefjord, at the finish, you gave that move. When we go to the finish on Sunday, what move?
Que si haré lo del dedo, pues seguramente haga lo mismo o cualquier otra cosa, según me venga a la cabeza.
What's the translation, Jordi?
The same, or another thing that will come to his mind at this moment.
Okay, so stay tuned to see what kind of crazy move he comes up with, because he's not having 2 babies. You can only do it once. That's the rules. Now we're moving on to Ninka. Ninka, we have a much more friendly question, which we'll be able to show this time. So the top is very wild and super easy to turn your ankle. Unlike a lot of these athletes, you're coming to the end of the season with road running season in mind. So, how much does that play in your mind in how you're going to race that top 5, 6K?
At the beginning
Right at the really knobbly bit.
Oh, at the top. I think the climbing, I like it, because climbing I really like. I will take it quite conservative on the downhill. That's first part, but then when it's runnable, I do full gas.
Right, so she's going to chill for about 5 miles, probably have a picnic, and then back to Ninka time?
Yeah.
Right, we've heard it. Now we're moving around. Who else have we got? We have got... Have I got a question for... We got Sarah. Sarah Alonso. So, Sarah. Pikes Peak, altitude. For the first time in your life, we saw each other, and you struggled to speak. What is it like not being able to speak for like a whole 2 hours?
It was hard, really hard.
And my other question is, you struggle with the altitude there, altitude here. Are you ready for this race?
I'm not feeling super well, but we will see. At least they have downhill, so I will try to do better race than last week.
Perfect, perfect. Now we're also looking for who else? Us. Here we go. I've got you a serious question this time because I knew I was going to be in trouble.
Ready.
Yeah, finally, first one of the season. This race on paper looks like a really good race for you in that there's a lot of runnable sections.
Yeah, just on paper, but in reality, it's not.
There's the technical bit, which is actually quite vicious in some ways. You've had issues with your injuries. Like, how confident are you going to be in running over that terrain, and how have you built up your confidence when you've got in the back of your mind that fall could be heading back to where you've come?
Yeah, I mean, for me, safety first. So the priority is not to fall and not to get another injury. So I'll just keep a pace that I can control. I will just try to be in control for the whole race. I mean, pushing, but knowing that I need to make it to the finish safe and sound. So yeah, I don't think that will compromise a lot the performance though, because I think like you always have to be realistic and safe when you run, and like if you're pushing too much, then at some point it's not gonna pay off.
Perfect. Right, we're now trying to find who haven't we? Bailey. Welcome. So at the end of Pikes Peak, you saw Mowgli, your wonderful dog, at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Ali also saw her dog. I can't remember the name. Harlequin. In a race, who is quicker?
Mowgli.
Your dog or
Mowgli.
Guaranteed?
Guaranteed.
Does Mowgli
100%.
know that?
Mowgli knows that. Harley knows that. Ali knows that. I know that.
And you really impressed, I think, a lot of the Europeans in Stranda, where I think for them there's a question mark about whether you'd be able to respond to that kind of terrain. And you did. You basically showed them you could. So is this almost the ideal race for you?
I'm still learning what the ideal race is for me. Sounds like a fun race. It'll be fast. I mean, I feel like it combines a lot of variables, so I think I'm ready for it.
Boom. She was tired last week. She's hopefully not tired this week. We're going to see classic Bailey. Right, where are we going now? We've got Danny already. There are meant to be 20 athletes, and yet they seem to have evaporated. We're going to have to do a kiss. Oh, we've got a... Aha. Here we go. So, Eli, a question for you.
Yes.
Last week, absolutely smashed it. My ignorance from Europe, I didn't know enough about you. Your background in triathlon suits that course, whereas on Sunday, it's going to be technical.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be brutal on the down. How are you set for that?
I've been practicing a lot of downhills. That's kind of been my biggest thing this year, is learn how to run those downhills.
Yeah.
So been having a lot of friends, a lot of coaches help me out, and seeing how it goes. Kind of learn from these guys in the race.
And where do you think you're going to end up relative to this crew from what you know and what you know about your downhill?
I don't know. I don't know enough about this crew. I want to stay as far up there as I can.
Amazing. Well, great to have you on to see what you can do. Cheers, Eli. Aha, we've got two more athletes here. So, Sylvain.
Yeah.
You've come into kind of the Golden Trails season with some incredible form at Sky Racing European Champs. And for me, you've not quite converted it quite into the performances at Golden Trail yet that I think that you have got in you. So, do you think that's fair, and why do you think that is?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I mean, my main goal this year was the European Championship, and I think this is what I was looking for. This is the result I was looking for like the past 4 or 5 years as junior athletes. And now for me, it's like getting back into my routine, into hard training, to have a peak performance in the World Championship at the beginning of November. So I think being here and taking part of these Golden Trail Series American races is for me a part of the process to achieve my goal at the beginning of November. Of course, I would love to be better than 8th position in Pikes Peak, and but I mean that's the sport, and I can't be 100% every time. So yeah, I'm really glad to be here and push as hard as I can, even if I'm not 100% now.
Amazing, thanks, Sylvain. So Danny.
Hello.
Pikes Peak, wow.
Wow.
You ran down Joe on his own mountain. Big question is, can you run downhill?
I try. I think yes, this race I like. I do the circuit more or less, and I like, yes.
And if you think about the other runners around you, where do you think realistically you're going to be at the end of the race on Sunday?
I don't know. I try to do top 5, but I think it's very difficult. I try to do a good climb and try to lose a lot of time in downhill, and yeah, but the level of the athlete is so good.
And how's the head?
Yeah, thank you.
It's good. Right, so we're, I think we've got most people. We're ticking them off. Lucas, Seymour and Caitlin, this is great. So let's quickly check the questions for them. We're also looking for Ali if she's around. So we've got Caitlin.
Oh, here we go.
How you doing?
Good.
You avoided Pikes Peak even though you were in America. What have you got against the people of Colorado?
Nothing against the people of Colorado. Love the people of Colorado. It was more what I had against the quality of my legs at that point.
Ooh, and you've only had a week. Do you like your legs more?
Definitely, yeah. I think I probably wouldn't have loved that race so much at Pikes Peak, even though I really enjoyed watching it. It looked brutal, and I think this week I'm hopefully feeling a whole lot better and ready for a descent.
And at the end of every race, you never see this, Caitlin comes up to me and she's like, oh man, on the segment of between that and that, I was either first or second. Always got that in your head. So,
I don't do that.
which of the downhill sections do you think you can get number 1 in? And do you think you will?
Oh, I mean, you never know. That it's super competitive here, and it's even more stacked than a lot of the other races, so it's kind of hard to tell. I know that there's a super steep segment, and I don't really think I'll be the fastest at that, but if there's any kind of nice gradient that I can really spin the legs out, then hopefully, but who knows.
And there's about 7-8 miles of that, so that is going to happen. We've got Maud as well. Maud.
Yes.
El Hierro, we found out that you were better than Ninka on the technical terrain. We finally got head-to-head of the two of you with some technical over the top. So does this mean you're going to attack?
I don't know, because Ninke has progress, in technical downhill and uphill. So if it's more and more difficult to overtake her and the battle is difficult, and I think the track will be so fast and so flat for me, too flat for me.
And probably too fat, but I don't think she has improved. But also, if you're watching at home, I was filming Maud last week and someone accused me of being a pacer. Just to confirm, I'm with the crew, I'm allowed to film Maud, okay? So don't come back accusing me of being a pacer, all right? Thanks, Maud. We've still got 2 people left. I don't know where Grayson is. I don't know where Jacob is. I haven't seen him. We're also looking for Elise, and we're looking for Ali. So we're going to do a kiss transit. Oh, we've got... Who have you spotted? Aha, Elise.
Oh, shit.
Welcome.
Shit.
There might be children at home. That she did not swear. She said spit. Pikes Peak.
Ouais.
Everything in that race is what you don't like in running, and yet you did well.
Ouais, finalement c'était trop bien en fait. Il y avait que de la montée, pas de descente, mais c'était trop bien. J'ai trop adoré. C'était trop joli. Et maintenant c'est complètement autre chose, donc on va voir. C'est excitant.
So, the viewers at home, the American viewers at home, they've never seen you downhill in America.
Yeah.
What can they expect?
C'est pas aussi technique que je le pensais, mais ça va être intéressant. Ça va pas être de l'agilité, ça va plutôt être du physique. Il va falloir avoir des grosses jambes et puis on va voir ce que ça va donner.
I agree wholeheartedly with whatever she may have said. So I got a D in French at school. Where is Anthony as well? Anthony Felber surely is. Anthony's here! Anthony told me that before he came to this race, he was looking at the overall position of the French men. And potentially at the end of Sunday, he can be #1 French male runner in the season. The man stopping him, Thibaut. So, Thibaut is sat at home, helpless, unable to respond to your performance. So what is your message to Thibaut?
So Thibaut, I said that I hope you will watch the race and then you won't do too many nightmares the night after, because maybe with this race I will pass in front of you before the final.
Show him your game face.
What?
Your game face. This is mine.
Be ready, Thibaut.
Chills. Right, we're still looking for Ali, and we are still looking for... What are we doing? A kiss transition? Magic! Right, we're here with you, Ali.
Yes.
Last week we saw an incredible performance with you, where you partied like a hero. So I was wondering, unlike most athletes, do you have kind of slow twitch muscles, fast twitch muscles, and party twitch muscles to allow you to party hard even at the end of a race?
Absolutely, yeah. I would say the party twitch muscles are best for recovery. Like, you feel great the next day. So, yeah, and you can acquire them. You're not born with them. You can acquire them.
How does one acquire?
Lots of partying.
Practice.
Practice, yes.
And you've now got a sense of all the other runners here.
Yes.
You maybe haven't raced before from Europe. Given that this is more downhill, you're probably better at actually by now than Maud and Ninka. But how do you see your place in the results on Sunday?
You know, that's a really good question. I've gone over it a few times. And I was talking to people, it's actually even more competitive than Pikes Peak, I think, because it's going to be most of the same people as Pikes Peak, plus some, and a lot of Americans that I know. And so 1 minute I feel hyped up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do place as well as I did on Pikes Peak. But then I keep thinking of this name and that name. Lauren Gregory, Janelle Lings, like those are some people to look out for too. So yeah, I'm just going to go run hard and hopefully do as well as Pikes Peak.
Good luck, Ali.
Thank you.
I think that's most of the athletes we've got, because they're going to have to go to the presentation now. I don't actually know when you can watch all the details, because unfortunately there isn't going to be a live show. But we will be doing a recap, a 26-minute recap of this week and Pikes Peak coming up towards the end of the week. So stay tuned, get on the internet, and let's see how this race unfolds. Mwah!